Hello, it's Ania from Digital Painterly. I had a lovely Justyna asking me just to show you how would I apply a Digital Painterly backdrop. In this case we have Oats and Honey, and I'm going to show Justyna exactly the steps I would take. And I thought maybe other people find it interesting as well. So here we go. We have a beautiful image. And we have Oats and Honey. Obviously we have to rotate it, so image, rotation, and it's entirely up to you which side you choose, but it's pretty abstract, so there is no up, down, or obvious up side or down side, purely to your taste. And this one is beautiful for any outdoors. I don't know the quality you can see it in, but it has incredible detail and a lovely texture all over. So that's how it looks like. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna drag it over, and as you know, it's Photoshop, so Control T will transform. So I'm just gonna drag it down a little bit. I'm going to grab it through that corner, and it used to be that you have to press shift, but now with the newest version of Photoshop it's already as a default, so you don't have to press shift to change the shape. So align it, and now you can press shift with it just to make it right size. Enter. Okay, so I would recommend now copying that layer, drag it down here to copy it, and turn one of them off, the top one off. So let's take care of that middle one, and only to pay attention to the area here in that middle next to the person and the lab and a dog. So you can see here that transition, and I'm very happy with that. You can play and see if that would be better, and it's entirely up to your taste. So if you can make it as much painterly or that overlay visible as you like. We don't want, maybe for outdoors, we don't want it too strong. That's lovely because you can still see those twigs behind and the detail, the texture. I would probably go for something like that. Not too much, something like that. So this is where I'm happy with this opacity. I'm going to choose the mask, and now using the black soft brush, the hardness all the way down, we're going to take off that person. And now let's take down opacity significantly. So we're going to do it in stages, so it's not too obvious, even lower than that I would say. And just gently brush, and we're gonna get there, don't worry if she still has that texture on her face. It's about taking your time to do it gradually. I always say it's a little bit like putting shadows on your eyes with makeup, which I'm not very good at. Much better at this than putting makeup, I would be honest with you. But just, and it doesn't matter if you go a little bit over, you can always bring it back. And I don't mind having texture coming into the hair, or if it's an animal, it's maybe more important with the skin. So let's move it into black brush again. I hope it's not too chaotic, guys, but this is how I normally do it. And I'm gonna bring the opacity up. Just want to show you different tools. So that's too much. Maybe make that smaller, and very gently just bring it in just around her skin. Or if you're happy with having her skin like that, because in the middle it hasn't got that much scratchiness, so even if it's over her skin it's not as offensive. It's just when you do any sort of textures and things like that, and it has, oh, how cute is that? Beautiful. if you have any scratchiness on any textures around the face, it might look like someone has a scar or something like that. So probably to avoid going down a bit, bigger brush. And I quite like how it kind of touches her hair, that backdrop. So just ever so gently splitting on and off. Change to black again, and that beautiful dog, because it's in such a similar tones and colors, then you don't really have too much to worry about if it is slightly on the subject. You can go and leave more on, but it's up to you. It's your choice. I'm just going to show you how I would do it personally. Okay. Might be a bit tricky because she's wearing quite black outfit. Just a little bit too much around here, it will take attention, so go. Just to check, I think a little bit left here, and you can increase that opacity just to make sure there's nothing on the skin. Oh my gosh, I would wish to have a skin like that. Perfect. Oh, too much here. Just want everything creamy and smooth. Okay, so that's our kind of first area that we are concerned about, and now the second one is just to add on a little bit on the edges. That I quite like that effect. You can leave it as it is now, or you can add extra little details. So we're going to pop that here, we're going to put mask on. And another way to do it is to invert your mask and just add where you want it, rather than mask taking things out. So double click and press the invert. That will invert your mask. Okay, and that way you have a white brush. Again, start delicate, don't go 100%. You can build it up, and flow also you can take down, and then just gently adding into those edges. And I don't know, it's a personal choice, it's your artwork, so it's entirely up to you how you're gonna finish it. But I really like those edges being more painterly, and of the middle being more like an image, like a picture photograph. So gently add that on, and now you can take a very small amount opacity and just add on, just blend between that middle layer and the outer layer that we just done, the frame. Just add a little more. I love that. That image is gorgeous. I wish I had an image like this with my two dogs. So again, it's entirely up to you how much you're going to add. You can turn the whole opacity down from that top layer just to make it more subtle, and I think that works pretty good. Okay, that's how I would leave it, and obviously just layer, flatten the image, and that's done.